toward the football to break the seal on this 2027 season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Running to the left. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and this crowd getting even more juiced. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. It's a draw. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. On the move. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
And already this guy is leaving his mark on this game. Opening drive, back-to-back runs where he's found a way to get positive yards. He was able to pick up the first on that last carry. They should keep feeding him the football. The more success they have, it's going to open up the play-action game.
Got his man. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the first down.
Gain of 20. Good enough for a first down.
And the Wolverines go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one, that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Here's Underwood. Fires left. Picked off, and the opening drive is stuck with an interception. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on 3rd down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. First play of the drive comes from the 38. The give. Turning it on. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
They give it back to him. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches, I'm getting a 1st down. I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. They go play action. Bryce Underwood fires to the big fella.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the 2nd level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Working the ground game. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. It's been a defensive battle through the 1st period, and the stats tell that tale. Scoreless as we head into the 2nd quarter. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Here's Underwood to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Slides to the ground, picks up the 1st down, and avoids the hit.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. big third down conversion by this offense.
Handoff to the single back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Underwood on the play action. Move to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And there are flags flying as the pass falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Now on second down. They try to pop a run on the draw. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
Draws are such a smart way to take advantage of fast defensive linemen that want to get upfield and get after the quarterback. It keeps them honest, makes them realize they got to play the run too. Great play call.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Pulls and fired complete. Touchdown, Wolverines! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
Number 22, set to advance on the football.
From deep, it's Richardson. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Stepping to the right. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it, takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. The run to the left. Breaks into the open. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease, he puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Chroma. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they take it in for 6 more points.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in...
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2.
Number 22, set to kick it off.
It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Right side, it's Singleton. There he goes. The 40. What a play all the way inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 29.
On defense, man, you've got to tackle the catch against this guy. He has way too much speed. One of the fastest players in all of college football. If you even give him an inch, if you let him get a few steps, he is gone. And you saw that game-breaking speed on that last catch there. Let's be interesting now to see if this defense mixes up their coverages a little bit more, but no question they've got to tackle better on the back end.
Guys, let's chat a little big picture Auburn. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Looking to throw for it. Caught. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you could do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Quarterback changing the play. And And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Oh, pressure's coming. He caught it. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They'll run it with Bryson Washington. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Auburn.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He'll bring it out to the 33-yard line, and that's where he stopped, and that's where they'll put it in play. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Got his man down the middle. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Sets his feet, it's Underwood. Out wide left, it's Becker. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. Shakes a man, and he might take off. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Michigan! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 22, set to kick it away.
He'll bring it out. It's Richardson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Just about 30 seconds to go in the half. How aggressive do you want to be here? Snap on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Back to throw time, running short in the half. Looking to the big tight end. intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And I like the aggressiveness. I understand you're down, right before the half. You want to go get some points, but you can't turn the football over here. Now you've set the other team up in a position to maybe get more points as the first half's winding down.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Got him on the RPO. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Drives inside. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in 3rd and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on 3rd down.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. Splits the uprights. Good. Hold on just a second, guys. Flag on the play. So they'll decline the penalty. Pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 22, set to kick this one away.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. One more snap coming before halftime. Drops back on 1st down. They're all over him. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with a look at Georgia Southern, taking on the number 13 team, the Houston Cougars. And it's Georgia Southern looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Rush right in his face. Throwing on the run. Makes the catch on the right side. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Man, that is just what this offense needed. The quarterback already has a couple turnovers, thrown the ball to the other team. This ball, 50-50 ball, somebody needed to make a play to spark this offense, and the receiver does it. Nice catch, nice job after the catch, and this offense has some momentum now.
Here comes the heat. Makes the grab.
And that throw was a bullet by the quarterback on that curl route in zone coverage. And how about the anticipation? He gets rid of this pass before his receiver is even turned around. I love it.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Handoff. Washington goes left. Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Bryson Washington again. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off.
Makes the grab in their space. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. They want to throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think defenses sometimes get frustrated and you want to get blitz happy and because you give up yards. In this day and age, you're going to give up yards. Who cares? This is the area we got to bow up. Nice job on first down stopping them. A couple more downs here to stay aggressive.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The throw on 2nd down, and they need a lot. And it's caught! Touchdown, Auburn! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. A 69-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Third quarter, opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Play fake, Underwood. Out wide right, it's Becker. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Left side, it's Becker. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The officials have stopped the clock as there is an injured Auburn Tiger on the field. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Underwood. Reels it in. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
Oh, this crowd wants it. They want to roll Toomer's corner, but right now they want to stop on 3rd down. Plows his way ahead. Runs for the tackle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front. into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
The Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Escapes trouble. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
The completion picked up 6 yards on first down, now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, it's Underwood. The screen, he's got wheels. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Croma. Plows through the defense. There he goes. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Maybe some room here. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Michigan.
It's a nice decision by the quarterback there on the RPO. He's reading the keys on defense. They say hand the ball off. You want to do that. When you've got a guy this special in the backfield, David, get him as many touches as possible.
And a lot of times on those RPOs, the defense just has to hesitate for a second, and that little pause will open up those creases, and he takes full advantage of the defense just freezing for a second, makes the big, long touchdown run.
And the extra point is good. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Number 22, set to kick off.
Deep in the end zone, it's Richardson. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. To throw on first. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, it has not been an efficient day throwing the football tonight for this quarterback. And so at this point, trailing this late in the game, you just need somebody to step up. That time, he was covered, but you're just trusting your guy's going to have to climb the ladder and make a play. Great job on the defensive side, swatting it down.
Look out! Being chased. How about he smashes his way through again. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man there. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Fresh set of downs going up top. Quickly to the flat in the wide receiver screen. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Making the adjustment. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Looking left. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, he's still on his feet. Mark him down right there, but he's got plenty for the first down and to keep this drive moving.
And the drive has been really, really solid, and we've got to maximize this possession. Down a couple of possessions, got to make sure we're aggressive, not reckless, but aggressive, and make sure we've got a plan for the shorter part of the field down here so we can get a touchdown.
Just keeps swinging it. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He's at the touchdown, Michigan. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
And what a fantastic job by the defense there on that fourth down. They understand, obviously, having a big lead. The offense is going to go for it. They're going to have to throw. Everybody on defense has their eyes on the QB. They're able to jump in front of the pass, take it in for a touchdown, build their lead, and that essentially seals this game. They're going to go home with the W.
And he tacks on the extra point. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed. He's taking the shot. Makes a deep grab. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where
This offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
He's going to fire deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception.
Oh, and those are one of those plays where you just start scratching your head, and you're like, wait a minute, you're going the wrong way. It was a nice interception, but you can tell lost his bearings, lost his compass, lost his mind, whatever he lost, and he goes the wrong way. I promise you, all week that will be shown in the defensive meeting rooms, and they will be laughing and pointing and making fun of the young man for going the wrong direction.
Trying to take it back.
Return brings it out to the 27, and your Auburn side.
And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And protecting their quarterback is job number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as many as you want to put it up. They got to make sure they take care of him so he can make those plays. Defense wins this rep. They win up front, get to the quarterback, and get the sack.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Hey, guys, I'm trying to find a way to be up here and be positive, and I guess here's how I'm going to be positive. At least the other team didn't catch it, because he's thrown it to the other team a lot today. It's been a struggle in the...
And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
First is headed.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. The Wolverines will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. They'll take the penalty and move them back. And guys, everybody needs to be on the same page. Those false starts in this part of the field, crushers. 2nd and goal. Play action with Underwood. Bought a little time, lets it go. Right side, it's Marsh. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical 3rd down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel for this defense.
trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. He'll be stopped short, could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical, and this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be keying him too, right? Because he's hurting them a little bit in this game already. They're going to be finding a way to try to get some penetration, anticipating this guy to touch it again.
They'll try to tack on a little extra to this lead with a touchdown here on 4th and goal. Barrels ahead. Touchdown, Wolverines! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move them back. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Can't get him to the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. He wants a big play here late. It's broken up. They took a shot, and he was equal to the challenge to knock it away.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. All
right, let me jump in here. They are going to go for it on 4th down, and I'm not sure they have much choice in this situation. He's taking a deep shot. Makes the grab. He's got a 1st down. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
Hey, man, that was just perfect execution offensively. On a 4th down like that, if you're going to throw a completion, get the 1st to keep the drive alive. QB's got to be great with his eyes. He's got to throw it on time. His target has to be in the perfect place at the perfect time, and you got to be able to haul it in. They checked all the boxes on that 4th down. I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers. And they take it in for 6 more points. Two-point conversion attempt is coming. From the gun. Rush is on. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And the quarterback just could not find anybody open. And you could tell he was trying to make something happen, but couldn't find anybody in the end zone, held onto the football, and takes the sack.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. Second and long here. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first two plays, now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get